Hi boys and girls, today for skills we are doing lesson 24, and in this lesson we are talking about that tricky spelling OE. Okay, let's go on to our primary focus slide. By the end of this lesson you will be sorting words with OE, making that sound O and You will also be reading sentences and determine which words make up the subject and which words make up the predicate. You will also be reading a new chapter called Revenge with Purpose and Understanding, and you will answer written comprehension questions about key details in the text. Let's go to our first slide. We have our OE chart. OE can make the O sound. For example, in our first row, we have stone, home, and wrote. In our next row, we have OE making the sound. For example, some, love, and come. Now those can be really tricky because a lot of times we say the E makes the O say its name, but in this case it does not. So that can be really tricky, right? That's why it's called tricky spelling, OE. Now let's do a little practice. On 24.1, you are going to sort the words by sound and write the words that have OE sounded O under home. And write the words that have OE sounded under come. For example, number 1 is already done for us. It says we can leave when we are done. What sound is that O making in done? Done. It is making the sound. So you are going to put it in the far column over here. The like come column. Okay, next, number 2. Let's do this one together. Adam is wearing gloves. What sound is O making in that word? Gloves. If you said you are correct, so it is going in the last column along with done. Okay, you can pause this video and complete this page now, or you can do it after the video. It's up to you. Okay, moving on. Identifying subject and predicate. The cat meows loudly. What is the subject of that sentence? If you said the cat, you are correct. Remember, a subject tells who the sentence is about. So this sentence is about the cat. And what is the predicate of this sentence? If you said meows loudly, you're correct. The cat meows loudly. A predicate is telling what the subject is doing. Okay, let's try another one. My dad went to the store. Subject. If you said my dad, you are correct. What is the predicate? That's right, went to the store. Predicate tells what that person or animal is doing. Okay, next, the pink pig rolled in the mud. What is the subject? Yes, the pink pig, right? That's who this sentence is about. And what is the predicate? Yes, rolled in the mud. Now a sentence would be pretty boring without a predicate, right? Because a predicate tells all about what the subject is doing. And predicates usually have a verb, okay? Because the subject is doing something. So you need a subject and a predicate for a complete sentence. Otherwise, you don't have your complete sentence, and that sentence would be boring. We wouldn't know who you're talking about. We wouldn't know what that person is doing. Okay, they need to go together. All right, let's go on to our next slide. Our new chapter called Revenge. What happened in our last chapter? Think about it. And revenge means to get back at somebody. Okay, so who might the king want to get back at? Let's look at our vocabulary words. We have dare. That is to try something risky. For example, I wouldn't dare to swim with an alligator. Next word is treason. That is the act of trying to take over or betray your own kingdom or government. For example, the man committed treason when he gave secrets to another country. Next word is assist. That means to help. For example, how may I assist you? Next, eagerly. That is excitement. For example, the class eagerly awaited the new book that the teacher was going to read to them. Okay, let's look at your sayings and phrases. One of them is serve you. That is used with royalty to do whatever is asked. For example, the knights will serve you however you wish, your majesty. Next is strike back. That means to seek revenge. For example, after we lost the soccer match, we planned how we would strike back in the next game. Okay, now that we went over all of our vocabulary words, let's go on to our spellings preview. In our first column, we have O making the sound in all of these words: month, reason, bottom, and front. In our next column, we have A being lazy, making that schwa sound, the sound. Important, agreed, and assist. In our next column, we have GE making the J sound. Revenge, large. Okay, great. Now that we went over our spelling previews, let's go on to the next slide. This is 24.2, and it's going to be completed after you're done reading. You're going to summarize the story Revenge. Summarize means you're just hitting the key parts of the story. Okay, so what stuck out to you? What's important? You're going to write about those, about 3 to 4 sentences. Okay, make sure you're writing in complete sentences, using finger spaces, correct punctuation. In the second part, you are going to match the character to the action. So, for example, looking at this one over here on the right, betrayed King Alfred. Who betrayed King Alfred? Whoever it was, you're going to write the letter on the line next to their name. Okay? And that is it for today, boys and girls. Make sure you study those spelling words. All right. Have a nice day.